secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Gamecocks will put it away to start the game. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Pulls and fires complete. All by himself down the middle. The 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
Well, there's no secret who this offense wants to get the ball to. And on the very first play, they find a matchup on the outside one-on-one. They take a shot to him vertically down the field, and he does the rest. He is so athletic, and he is going to be a problem for this defense all game long.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Quarterback may change this route. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, the ground game. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Guys, let's chat just for a second about South Carolina. They've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying there?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level, and obviously they've had tons of success now to crack into the top.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
And the Gamecocks will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Burden. Rushes on him. Takes a hit as he fires. Finds space on the right. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Pass completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience, and one this freshman got away with. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. They send the tight end in motion. Barrels ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
14, South Carolina, 0.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Trying play action. A strike downfield. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Here comes that Alabama offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. On the ground, it's Perkins. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass, it's Burden. That's caught, it's Kane. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. First down here for the offense. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, to give, looking for room. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. The toss to the outside. Still running at the 40. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. He now has 56 yards rushing in this game, and he's on his way to a 1,400-yard season. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. One back in the backfield. He gets to carry. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment.
A shot toward the end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown tie! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give on the option. There he goes. He's got the sideline going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And I tell you what, these deep shots, they're so hard to defend. You got to chase the guy all the way down the field and kind of stay in his hip pocket, stay close to him, and then turn your head like he does here and makes a nice play on the football to bat it away.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting matchup this week in the Mountain West, and it sure is playing out that way. UNLV is currently working from behind. But how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Air Force. Just another week in the Mountain West where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. He's got 67 yards rushing in this one and well on his way to a 1,400-yard season. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Makes the catch. It's Rich. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the move, it's Perkins. Makes it past the marker. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Rides to back and leaves it. And nowhere to go this time, and he couldn't follow up the big run with another.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
Dropping back, it's Burden. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And he misses. How about that, man? Like, it seems like everything he's thrown so far has worked, especially down here. He's only got 2 touchdown passes against this defense. So, guys, I'm kind of surprised when he misses down here.
Never a doubt. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessary.
He tries to take the top off. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
When you see them there taking the shot, and I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting...
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
That is just what the doctor ordered for any offense to start a drive 1st and goal. A designed run for the quarterback. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And you can tell if the QB wants to run, he's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in the 4th quarter game.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line. I get it, but I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now he's thinking, put the game in my hands. I'm playing well.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
He's piled up 65 yards on the ground, and he is well within striking distance of a 1,200-yard rushing season. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
I'm loving this offense mixing the toss plays in their game plan. And what these tosses are going to do is going to set up a play-action opportunity where they can fake the toss and try to take a shot downfield.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Quick release on the RPO. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Off play action on 1st down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Baker. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quick strike complete. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Trying to keep this drive alive. Ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Man, you know, sometimes ball carriers just have to know when the fight is over. And this guy, he's trying to drive. He's low to the ground. He's doing everything he possibly can to get the 1st down. But, David, he got a little bit careless with that ball security there.
Yeah, and listen, I'm okay with it when it's 4th down. Like, 4th down and goal, and I got to reach that ball. 1st down, 2nd down, I can't fumble. But right there, if I'm stretching the ball and I'm trying to get it across that plane, so be it. I don't know if he was going to get it anyways, but big play by the defense, big stop. Now your offense gets to go right on the field.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Rich. He'll be tackled at the 49 after a pickup of 5. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Dropping back, it's Burden. Pressure coming. He lets one fly deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often. Downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's not afraid to go deep. Makes a catch at the 15. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And, man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call, and that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide-open receiver.
A 1st down run in the red zone. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. And the offense will take any help it can get, and the defense provided a little bit. 2nd and goal. They'll move the tight end. He wants to throw it again. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
Handoff from the gun. Can't get him to the ground. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. The Gamecocks headed quickly to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Here's the pressure. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He'll pull it down. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Jennings. At the 40, there he goes. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
This time it's complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On the move. You couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Big fella moving. Into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Perkins. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the 2nd half. Alabama will kick it off. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. The Gamecocks decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looks it in at the 40. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The give out of the gun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The RPO, it's complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Dropping back, it's Burden. Got it in the middle, it's Rich. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some...
Oh, he's got some space. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the RPO, complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Run in the red zone, it's Perkins. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Looking to throw. Flips it out on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Good right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further.
14.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
The South Carolina offense is back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on third. Unloads to the right. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the...
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down.
4 satellite. 4-1-4 satellite. Trick 9B.
Quarterback will keep it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I absolutely love it. If you don't get it, field position isn't horrible anyways. You never know how many yards you're going to get for a punt regardless.
And defense can rise up and make a stop from there. You're not really putting them in a terrible situation.
No, and you're already coordinating with your defense. Like, listen, if we don't get this, let's go. We're going to be ready to rock and roll, set up on the field, but you didn't have to worry about it because the offenses are going for it in these situations more and more in college football.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. They boot it away on fourth down. He makes the fair catch at his own 8-yard line, and that might have kept them from being backed up even further. And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. From the gun. Give on the inside. Gives him some room to operate as he rumbles ahead for 6 out to the 15-yard line.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Looking for a man. It's Burden. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
The Gamecocks line it up with a 1st and goal.
Let's go!
Going for 6. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Man, you got to give credit to this defense in the sudden change situation. They've barely had a chance to even blink. Just a second ago, they were on the sideline. All of a sudden, there's a turnover. They got to take the field. They're on their own.
Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Excellent pass by the back on the option. 2-point conversion attempt is on the way. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got...
And the quarterback is sacked. Big play by the defense that is probably going to be wiped out by that penalty flag. I think they jumped offside. He'll bring it out. It's Perkins. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. To throw, it's Burden. Pocket breaking down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the 1st time. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man.